Good afternoon, Printhound. Farmer Ben here, back once again on Puzzle Combat with a new thing in the events, the Built for War Master Weapon event. No idea what this is going to involve. I haven't actually had a chance to sort of sit down and have a look at it. As you can see, I haven't actually touched on it yet today because it still says new. Let's see what happens as we click into it. I don't expect there'll be a story. Commander, some automated combat drones have gone rogue. Okay. They just escaped from a closely guarded Cobalt army arsenal. Good for them. Escaped or were deliberately let loose? That's a good question. Multiple eyewitnesses are stating the machines are heavily armed and dangerous. We have to take the risk and fight them. This will be a good chance to test our new master weapons. Dum 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 dum. Hello, Lucy. You okay?
I need something to extend the charger with.
All right, hang on a second then, lovely.
I want to sit up at the table.
Okay, give me a minute, lovely. I'll pop down, okay? That makes sense. Let's just be careful out there. Dum, 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 dum. There we go. So, as you probably sort of gathered there, somewhat dramatic storyline, slightly interrupted by needing to go and get a charger. But there we go. Anyway, I'm going to pause it here and I will resume shortly. So, bear with me. Okay, right there we are. Sorry for that brief interruption. Very important. Now, here we are. Built for War. Number 1, 2. Okay, what are the rules? Weapons have boost for a limited amount of battles in the Master Weapon event. Boost greatly increases attack and defense. After boost, the weapon will be in cooldown for the rest of the event. Cooldown reduces attack and defense. You will need stronger teams towards the end, so plan carefully. Does that mean stronger weapons towards the end, I'm assuming? Maybe. So we go into it. Okay, that's just what it said. So is it saying heroes can't be reused or weapons? It did appear to just be saying weapons. Weapons of boost, weapons will be in cooldown. So presumably then, if I start off with, say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll go for a powerful team, 2 yellows. They got boost, but I'm not going to use those ones, so I will use... I have a reasonable number of 3-star weapons, so let's go for that one. What's this one do? I can't remember now. Defense not ideal, but never mind. That one. Yeah, okay. Blue-wise, I want to save my best. I'm not going to go for the common pistol. I will go for one of the machine guns, armor piercing or dodge. Well, might as well go armor piercing, I suppose. Red, I would go for... I've really one choice in 3 stars, and I think green may well be the same. I would go for that one. Which is weird because I have more... there they are. They're in my team. I was going to say I have more 3-star guns than that, so sorry. Combat items wise, I'm going to make the sort of standard assumption that this will come down to speed. I'm short of detonators. I'm actually weirdly now, I'm probably more equipped with grenades than anything else. I would assume the first few levels don't really need too much in the way of powerful battle items. Okay, let's see what happens. Dum 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 dum. Okay, so standard enough sort of mob killing debris. That's one of their crazy escaped weapon things there, obviously in the middle. And that's actually a pretty reasonable score, I would think. Yeah, I'd probably take that. Pretty reasonable. I mean, I might try and improve it a little bit when I work out where I'm going. Presumably, so this appears to be a challenge event, except you're limited as your weapons get worse as you progress. So eventually you run out of weapons, making it harder and harder for you to obtain really high scores. So the leaderboard, who's on the top? Yikes. Okay, seems reasonable enough. Rewards-wise, obviously, lots of craft weapons, which are always handy. Weapons summoned tickets, normal sorts of stuff, but some pretty good stuff. Obviously, like everything else, best at the top, 2 to 10, no avatars. 2 to 10 is 1 is excellent, 2 to 10 is very, very good. 11 to 100. To be honest, that's a bit so-so. 11 to 100. The two weapon summons, I suppose, are the main thing, but 3-star craft weapons aren't that amazing. 4-star ones are more useful, and 5-star ones are most useful of all. And then the loot sort of tails off a little bit. Doesn't appear to be a completion reward either, as far as I can see. So, well, I suppose it's interesting to see where we go with this. So I suppose the obvious bit of advice is you want to consider speed in the early ones, speed and health, and the usual things you look for in a challenge event. Choose your weapons wisely, because if each can only be used 5 times, then you don't want to spend ages replaying levels either. So to really have weapons boosted all the time, you would have to have 20. You would obviously need 20 of each. So that's 100 weapons. 100 weapons in total, minimum. Ideally up leveled to a fair degree. But each time you use those weapons, you can't. You reduce their effectiveness, or potentially reduce their effectiveness moving forwards. It's an interesting one, this. Yes. Okay. So, right. Okay. I'll try and actually sum up what I'm thinking a little bit more eloquently, because it isn't. It is sort of finding it out as we go along. So basically, when you select your teams, you want to select. You can select your most powerful heroes. There's no point in not taking your best heroes. You may want to go like a monochrome team, so that can be very effective for very, very fast levels. It can be a bit risky as well, so it may not work out for everyone, but it is an option. Now, my weapons, as you can see, have now all got a little fire with number 4 on it, so they're going to reduce in power. So step 1, you can take your most powerful heroes, use whichever heroes you want. Step 2, don't use your most powerful weapons to begin with, obviously enough. Also, as part of step 2, actually part of step 3 is try and avoid replaying missions over and over again when you've already got a reasonably good score, because you're just going to drain your guns, which you're going to need later on. If you are in a position to do so where you're thinking, I'm a bit short of guns, I don't have many, try and level up some 3-star guns as quickly as you can. For this kind of event, they're probably going to be quicker and easier to get sorted than trying to up level 4 and 5-star guns, which are very much more expensive. Yes, I think that's about it. I think that's about all to say, really. I guess you remember the usual challenge event rules of speed, power, try and get combos, etc., etc. Limit yourself on how many times you replay a level that doesn't go well. It's going to be crucial. Don't be afraid to take battle items, although bear in mind that battle items can be very, very expensive, and certainly I'm quite short of battle items after the last challenge event, so I'm probably not going to do too well on this, but we'll see how we go. Anyway, so there we are. I hope there was something useful in there. It's an interesting looking event, interesting different challenge. We'll see how it goes. We'll see who wins. I don't know at the moment know what a good score is or anything else, but in time, hopefully, we will have a clear idea. Best of luck to you all. It remains for me to wish you all the best. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and may death come swiftly to your enemies. This is Farmer Ben saying, take care, look after yourselves. Goodbye.